har me hearties, it's that time again. Shear me timbers, splice the mainsail, grab your paintbrush. It's time for that lazy pirate again. Har har! Right, club again this week, more Kings of War. This time we're playing Dominate. I'm using my Orcs, and Jordan is using my Abyssals. So he's trying out the Abyssals tonight. So he has got Tortured Souls, Gargoyles, Succubi, a Abyssal Fiend, standing in for a Freet, that Succubi. So 2 Flame Bearers, again standing unit. Then we got some Imps, Morlock, another Freet, a Abyssal Champion at the back, some more Succubi, some lower Abyssals, some Gargoyles, and these are standing, this swarm standing in for another unit of Imps. So I'm bringing my Orcs again. So we have chariots, chariot regiments with a Crudger. Over here we have Gore Riders, there's the Outriders, so Spear Orcs, Orclings, War Drum, Bagger, Crudger and Slasher, 2 more Gore Rider regiments, Gakomak, War Drum on a chariot, and some more Outriders. So there we go, we're playing Dominate, so game on. Right, Orcs go first. So chariots move forward here with the Crudger. Infantry line move forward here. These Outriders took a shot at the Freet, missing. Crudger and Slasher moved to here. War Cavalry moved up here. These took a shot at the Tortured Souls here and put a couple of wounds on them. So now moving on to Abyssal's turn 1. Right, Abyssal's turn 1. So the Imps moved up here. Gargoyles moved to block the chariots. All the lower Abyssals moved here. Succubi moved through to there. Morlocks here. Flame Bearers there. So the lower Abyssal Abyssal Champion and the Flame Bearers shot at the Slasher, done a few wounds. The Freet, which is there, killed off the Outriders. Over on this flank, not so good for the Abyssals. The Freet and the Flame Bearers shot at these Gore Riders, put a few wounds on them. The Abyssal Fiend just moved forward and the rest just stayed out of charge range. So moving on to Orcs, turn 2. Right, so turn 2 for the Orcs, and what has happened? Right, these killed the Imps, these 2 killed the Gargoyles, the Wing Slasher flew over from here into the flank of the lower Abyssals. 15 hits, 15 wounds, and bopped them. Ouch. Over here, the Orclings, just forget the normal stuff, the Orclings did nothing to the Succubi. The Orcs came forward here, wanting to hold back, wanting to try and get stuck in. Over here, not so good. The Gore Riders charged you a 3, killed him, needed to roll a 3 on the dice to follow up into the Flame Bearers, and you rolled a 2. They could be in a spot of bother now, so Gak and these boys moved up here, and over here was pretty lucky. The Outriders shot off the Tortured Souls. So moving on to Abyssals, turn 2. Payback. Right, turn 2 for the Abyssals, and the Succubi killed the Orclings. All this lot shot at the Wing Slasher, but only got him up to 8 and didn't waver him. These charged into here. Managed to do 9 wounds, but didn't break them. Over on this flank though, these and the girls off the hill with their 40 attacks took out the Gore Riders there. He put in 5 wounds on these Gore Riders, and the Gargoyles wavered at the Outriders. So moving on to turn 3 for the Orcs. Right, turn 3 for the Orcs. What happened? The chariots moved up here. These chariots charged the succubi. Done a few wounds on them, about 5. Didn't drop them. Over here though, the spear orcs got bane chanted. Spiked the dice big time. Managed to take the Morlocks out. Over here, the slasher charged the flame bearers, but didn't take them down, even though he had a flank charge. So, Werney over here, yeah, the big guy went down. Gore Riders got bane chanted by the chariot, put 6 wounds on him, and Gak put another 5 wounds on, then 2 8s, and down he went. So, moving on to Abyssal, turn 3. Right, turn 3 for the Abyssals, and what happened here? The succubi went against the chariots and wavered them. So, 8 wounds on the chariots, so that's them stuck up for a moment. Over here, the imps went in on the spearmen, a couple of wounds, just holding them up. All this lot, so you got a 3 lightning bolt from the Abyssals, and the flame bearers shot at this guy, 2 wounds. Absolutely unbelievable. 30 shots, 2 wounds. But luckily, good dice roll, wavered. Not so lucky over here. The succubi went in, got these guys up to 9, only rolled a 3. Not even wavered, so the succubi could be in trouble. Over here, the gargoyles wavered these outriders again. So we're moving into turn 4 for the Orcs. Right, turn 4 for the Orcs. What happened here? These backed off and came forward, ready to take on the succubus. Over here, yep, the Orcs are dead. We always thought they would be, and they are. Over here, I charged Gak in and I finished off the flame bearers there. So that worked pretty well. Over here, these charged in against succubi and wavered them, but yep, they do have fury. So moving on to turn 4 for the Abyssals. Right, turn 4 for the Abyssals. So what happened? The succubi killed the carrots and have moved, so they got both those units in the front. Over here, pretty interesting. So the flame bearers fired at the spear orcs and wavered them. The Abyssal champion missed with his lightning bolt against the wing slasher, but they have freaked a couple of wounds on the wing slasher and dropped him. So over here, again, not many orcs left. So the succubi were wavered, but they have fury, being Abyssal, so they finish off the Gore Riders. So I've now turned to face the chariot. The gargoyles carried on wavering the outriders. So moving on to turn 5 for the Orcs. Turn 5 for the Orcs, and yes, the chariots finished off the succubi there. This Crudger managed to put a couple of wounds on the Ifrit and wavered him. Gak charged the back of the flame bearers and done a few wounds, didn't kill him, but stopped him from shooting, which could be key. And over here, the chariot drum did him 5s, 5 attacks, 4 wounds, 4 hits, 4 wounds, and the other succubi went down. So, moving on to Abyssals, turn 5. So, turn 5 for the Abyssals. So, the Abyssal champion charged here and wavered to put a double 6 the chariots. The Ifrit just turned to face because he's wavering. These charged into the spearmen, just trying to do some attacks, but done nothing. They could be in spot of bother now. Over here, the funniest thing, well, for the Orcs anyway, but not for the Abyssals. Charged in, 5 wounds, got them up to 11, and what happened? Double 1. So, moving on to turn 6 for the Orcs. Right, turn 5 for the Orcs. And yeah, there's not very many Abyssals left. These finished off the flame bearers. Gargoyles went down over there. The Ifrit went down there. Just the Abyssal champion left. Moving into turn 5 for the Abyssals. Right, so turn 5 for the Abyssals, and seeing the champions left, he smashed his charts again, wavering in them again. So, and he regened back to 3 wounds. So, moving on to turn 6 for the Orcs. Right, turn 6 for the Orcs, and yeah, these just moving towards the centre. Everything else just stayed here. Gak charged in here, got him up to 9, but he rolled a 5. So, yeah, the Abyssal champion is still going. He's wavered, but he can still fight back. So, moving into turn 6 for the Abyssal Wolves.
I doubt I will.
We'll roll it. So, turn 6 and 2 wounds on Gak. But didn't break him. So, we rolled for turn 7, and there is a turn 7. So, we just fight out this combat. So, turn 7, Gak finishes, kills the Abyssal Champion, and that's the end of the game. And so, tabling for the Orcs against the Abyssals. But it was good fun. For the Orcs, anyway. Cheers for now.